Thorfinn with the 28-3, you know, the jersey was showing me crazy. Did you see that this big wallet?
Leave the Belichick's girlfriend real quick. I want to
You want to hear this again? Okay, in trouble, but I'll say it like this.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. It is the rookie from Alabama, Will Riker, to get us started. And off we go here on a Thursday night. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Cup in motion. The NFL's third leading rusher a season ago, it's Kyron Williams. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll go again with Williams. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. The motion man is Nakua. Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Man who traded green and gold for Viking purple, it's Aaron Jones. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Pistol snap back to Darnold. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That's caught. A big play for Minnesota. An even 40 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. His kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. A first down throw for Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On the ground, this is Williams. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Atwell sent in motion here. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Here's Ethan Evans now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards. Play fake to Jones. Now Darnold. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Vikings first down.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Now he'll run.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
On the handoff, Jones. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They look to run with Jones. He slams it in there, and he is in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 14-0 is our score. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Second and 7. The motion man is Nakua. Second down, it's Stafford. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Minnesota.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have two or three that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield.
Now, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That's caught left side by Hawkinson. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And what stands out the most about Verse, Mike, is really just his consistent production at the college level. I mean, his last 3 seasons, all over 9 sacks. He's got explosive hands, really good feet. And
the pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. He'll take a shot downfield looking for Kupp. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. The shotgun snap to Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Throw it on third down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. They'll go play action with Darnold. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Now a handoff. Jones. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
He's going to have a Vikings first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
That one's to the sideline complete. Nice grab as he stays in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline, and that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Darnold to throw on first down. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's got a receiver, it's Addison. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more of this Thursday opening after this. First and 10. Here's Darnold. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 3. And the Vikings first down.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. To the goal line and in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The motion man is Nakua. Stafford now on first down. Open man downfield is Higbee. Slot man in motion right. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll go right and find his running back. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and 5. Stafford working from the pistol. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
A 48-yard attempt.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
With the score, Vikings 24, Rams 3.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Darnold to throw on second down. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
So, after two straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Darnold to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing, Stafford. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. And the Vikings will take over here just past the 30.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. This one brought in by Hawkinson. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. 33 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Aaron Jones that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. A run now for Chandler. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. That one intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over just shy of midfield.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus, and that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here's a handoff to Williams. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. It's another run here for Williams. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. The veteran safety, Harrison Smith, there on the stop.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. To throw on first down is Darnold. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Now Darnold. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
Now a first down throw for Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
To throw on second down, Stafford. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
They're going to go. It's Stafford. And he's going to have the Rams first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, That's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Here's 2nd and 6. Atwell sent in motion here. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came. He's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Third and long. Here's Stafford.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This will be from 47 yards. And that one is off the left upright. He missed it. And this will remain a 3-score game.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Second down and 8. They'll run it here with Chandler. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
That's caught by Chandler. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Durant. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams are able to edge a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want. Like, this game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Omaha, remove. Hey, 22. 21.
Stafford to throw it. It's complete. He's got Cup. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's caught by Puka. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Rams 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Hey, 22. White. Hey, 5-0.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he will score! Game on! Kyren Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Second down and 3. A carry now for Chandler. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. On the give, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Minnesota.
First down, Minnesota.
On the ground, this is Chandler. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. Here's second and 2. They'll drop to throw. He'll look underneath here for Jones. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Can't get away, and he's lost the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Came in nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L dogs, nothing but them blacks.